Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name's Dalia, and I hope you guys are all having an absolutely wonderful day. So as you can see, I'm sitting here with Eric. I'm always really lucky. Apparently my villagers love hanging out in the plaza while I'm working on videos. And yeah, we're doing a speed build video. So Eric will just quickly say goodbye to him, and we'll quickly head off to work on this build because we have a lot to do today. So I already did some things and had to clean up a lot of flowers, but today, if you guys can tell by the title of the video, we are making a tree house for Poppy and Marshall. And I've had this video and this build like planned for months. If you know how long I've been looking for Poppy, that's roughly the amount of time I've had this idea. I've always wanted to make sure that their houses were near each other, and then I thought, like, oh my god, it'd be so cute, like they're both squirrels and they deserve their own little tree house. So that's exactly what we're doing today. I'm doing it just below my museum area, if you've seen the museum speed build, and just to like the bottom left of Diana's house. So if you guys can guess where that is if you haven't seen my previous videos. But yeah, I have to start this video by doing a lot of terraforming. I promise I fast track a lot of this, but this is a 2-tier cliff build, so there is a lot of cliff building. So we're just gonna quickly breeze through a bunch of that and also struggle as I go around these holes that I left from all the flowers I dug up. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, I hope that you do. Please don't hesitate to like and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you're new to my channel, don't hesitate to subscribe. I would love to have you as a part of the little community that we are growing here on YouTube. So I just quickly built up this one cliff area. And I was just quickly extending it a little bit further. One thing you will see me do in this build is I do build an incline over in this area to kind of match the log incline I already have going up to Diana's house, and I do end up moving it, so unfortunately I spend a little bit more bells in this video than I probably should have. And I also have to move a bunch of oh my god, look at Molly, she looks so cute. And I also have to move a bunch of houses around in order to build up the cliffs a little bit further, and then also I have to move Marshall and Poppy's houses onto the actual area that we're building. So a lot of movement of buildings in this video, and I build some inclines and tear them down, which what else is new when it comes to my builds? I never plan things in advance, so unfortunately things just don't always work out. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna build up these cliffs for a bit and then I'll be back. So here I am grabbing that log staircase that I mentioned before. Unfortunately, I do end up completely tearing it down. It just doesn't quite work for the build ultimately, and this is where I put it. I thought it'd be cute because it kind of like matches the one that's below it, and it actually does look really nice, but I wanted to give the incline more space, and where I end up putting Poppy's home, it kind of blocks it. So I decided to go with a different one, but of course I spent 168,000 bills first to build it and ultimately tear it down. And I quickly put this path over the top area. This is the one I was originally going to go with. I wanted just a really nice wooden plank one, and I actually really like it. It's really, really nice. I was trying to find one that went with both of their houses, and it was between that one and the darker one that you guys see here, and I do really like this one, but actually I ended up making my own, which if you guys are interested in it, it's very simple. It was honestly my first ever creator code I've ever made. I've never made a custom design by myself, but yeah, I made one, just very, very simple. Has like a little wooden plank one, and I chose it based on like the colors of the other simple panels I use for this build along the cliff edges, and I'm extremely happy with it. So you guys will see that later, but I do really like this this wooden one, and it actually goes really nicely with both of their house exteriors, but I went with a different one in the end, which you guys will see later. And then I realized I had to move Audie's house out of the way because unfortunately her house is in the way of my build. I already had to move Poppy's house out of the way and then move it back so I can build the cliffs up. So I quickly just moved Audie's house because we are extending the cliffs further. So then I headed over to Resident Services and grabbed Marshall and Poppy's houses, and I decided to have their houses on either side of the little platform area. So as you can see, I'm putting Poppy's house here, and it's directly like parallel to Marshall's. And that's ultimately the reason why I ended up moving the incline, because obviously the incline is blocked by Poppy's house. So I ended up actually putting the incline in between their two houses in the back, and it's parallel to the incline that's coming up from the museum. And while it's not exactly what I had in mind when I first started this build, I actually think it looks really, really nice. And blends really nicely with the museum area, like it transitions really nicely. So and then I just had to stop because Marshall was singing and I had to go grab him a record player to sing along to some music. Unfortunately, he doesn't actually sing in the video. I tried to get him to sing and I just couldn't get him to sing for us. So I got him dancing for this video, which I figured was good enough. And he looks so cute. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys enjoy these little inserts I throw of my villagers in my videos because they are just so adorable and make me so happy to see them like just hanging around the area as I do my builds. So this is actually the design I made, if you guys can see it. It's very, very simple, but it goes with the two simple panels I'm going to be using up against the cliffs, and I'll show you what they are now. So I grabbed these two lattice fencing. I'll leave the creator codes in the description. One has flowers in it and one is just plain, so I figured that the colors went really, really nicely with them, so I created something that like blended with them, and I think that it looks so good together. And if you guys are interested, I'll leave my creator code in the description if you guys want to check it out. It's nothing crazy. As you guys can see, it's very, very simple. And there's like 1,000 wooden plank or wooden deck designs out there, but I'm really, really happy with this one and I'm really proud of it. So I decided it'd be kind of a cool idea to put the log stakes at like the edges of the cliffs, where they connect to the simple panels, kind of give that like treehouse or tree-like effect. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like it's kind of like its own little fencing in a way. And I think it looks really good with the simple panels. Like it's really, really nice. I was trying out that log chair because I've seen a lot of people use like the log chair and the couch as fencing, and it looks really, really good. But I like the way that the log sticks look a little bit more jagged, and I really like them up against like with the simple panels. It looks really, really good. So here I'm actually building up a 4th level cliff, and I've never tried the 4th level glitch before, and I tried it today and it actually works. So I actually got this idea from EJ Plays. One of his more recent videos, he used like the glitch to put some items on top of it, so I decided to try it, and it took a little bit of trying, but I managed to actually get up here. And I was originally going to plant an actual tree, but then I decided that maybe the tree standee would be a better option. It kind of gives like this really cool like treehouse, like fake treehouse vibe, and I liked it. So I threw that together with some hedge standees and some of the grass standees, and this is pretty much the only area I actually use these in this build. I wanted to incorporate them more, but I end up using real trees instead. So I think it's kind of nice to just have these as like like only up on this cliff. Like, I don't know, it's just really cool, and I'm really proud of myself for managing to actually make this work. And it looks super cool, and I actually find a face cutout standee to put in front of it that I think you guys will really like, and it looks super, super cool, which you guys will see in a moment. So I just made the cliff as small as possible, so it took up like the least amount of room possible, because I want to put items and furniture down, obviously. And I think it just looks really cool. It's like an awesome like little centerpiece in between their two houses, and I really, really like it. And it also gives the area like more height and dimension, as opposed to like only just having like some trees and like other items. Make that possible. I think that we should be allowed to decorate on the 4th tier. If we can like build the cliff, we should be able to like get on top of it and decorate it. Anyway, so here I was. I just had to quickly fix the simple panels because they weren't lined up correctly when I first started putting them down. So I just put them down, and I do like this cool little pattern with them, where I put like 2 of the lattice fencing and then my original one in between. You guys see what I mean. So I do this, and I think it looks really, really good. So here's the completed one. I really like that the way that it turns out. It gives like more dimension because I used a variety of different designs with it. And then I just had to show you guys the face standee. Look at this. It's a ladder, and it matches up against the cliff. Look how cool this looks. It looks like you can climb up the treehouse. I love this so much. I'll leave the creator code for this in the description too if you guys are interested, but I love it. I think it's so cute. So then I quickly planted some trees. I wanted this area in front to be very, very overgrown. And in case you're wondering, I don't actually end up decorating the 1st tier level in front of this treehouse because I'm actually going to be decorating that in my next build. So I just quickly put down these log stakes. I was trying to decide what color I wanted to use because I thought it'd be kind of cool to put them around like the 4th cliff level, and I decided just to stick with the darker one. I think the lighter one goes better with the cliffs, but I wanted to be like consistent with the coloring here, so I just stuck with the dark ones, and I actually think it looks really cool. It kind of looks like the tree branches are kind of like sticking out of the ground or something. I really, really like it. Anyway, I quickly time traveled and let the trees grow. I'm gonna let some of them be stunted and other ones like grow to full height. But I wanted it to be like really overgrown and kind of cover up the lattice fencing and the simple panels, which I definitely think that it does. And then for the corner areas around the treehouse, I decided to use the tree bounty arches to kind of like look like fencing, and like they have like the pine cones and stuff on them, so it looks really, really cool. I don't know if I've seen anyone do something like this before. I'm sure someone has, but I think it looks really, really good. And here I'm actually making Poppy her own little strawberry farm, which is kind of an incorporation into what the next build is going to be below them by the beach area. And I really wanted to put this in front of her house, and I actually ended up getting rid of it, but this will be in my next build, I promise. I'm going to be making her own little strawberry farm, or like strawberry garden, and I found like that really cute umbrella design that has like the strawberry basket, and I'll leave the creator code for that in the description too, even though I don't actually use it in this build. And then to the right of Poppy's house, if you guys can see, she actually has more space between her house and the incline than Marshall does. So I gave her her own little like kind of seating area, I guess you can say. And I used the kids' tent and like this little blanket. And I keep it really simple, but I just kind of like threw some items down that would like match her house exterior, and I think it looks super cute. So after getting rid of the strawberry garden, or strawberry farm, whatever you want to call it, I started going around the tree house like area and figuring out some places to plant some trees, because I wanted there to be trees, like actual trees on this build, even though this is like a huge deck area, but I wanted to make sure that there was trees, because you can't have a tree house without like actual trees. So I put some trees behind their houses too, just to give the areas behind their homes extra height, and I actually quite like it. And then because I already have them in my pocket, I just quickly planted some of these shrubs. I don't use any shrubs on the top level, but to make this area seem really overgrown in front of it, I throw some shrubs down too. And then after time traveling to let the trees grow, I started decorating. So I wanted to give Poppy her own little seating area with this tea table, because I thought the tea table does look really cute in front of her house, and I just threw some items down on top. And then for Marshall, which you'll see in a moment, I actually give him his own little mini library. I was gonna do the same for Poppy, but because she has like the tiny library already to the left of her house, I decided not to include another one here. So I give Marshall like a wooden bookcase and some other items. And then I saw Poppy was like checking out his bookshelf, which was so cute. She looks so adorable. So while she's doing that, I'm gonna try to build around her. So I do have to move her out of the way, unfortunately, to like move the furniture. But I mess around with the furniture a lot in this build. Like I probably had to cut out like maybe about an hour of me just moving furniture around, because I wanted to utilize the space the best way that I could. And it took a long time to figure out like which furniture I wanted to use and what customization of them I wanted to use. Like here I am changing the color of the log chair into like the darker wood. I was gonna use a lighter wood because it matched his house, but then the darker wood matched the other furniture. Like it was a lot. It was a lot thinking of what I wanted to use. One thing I definitely wanted to use were the mush parasols, so I actually put one in front of Marshall's house and I used the white one for him. And then I put a red one in front of Poppy's house just because I wanted to include some mush items, and I never use enough of the mush parasols and I loved them, and I think they look super cute on top of the treehouse. It just like adds like this really naturalness to the area. I don't know, I really like it. And one thing I throw a lot down, which you'll see later, I already put one down, like as you can see in front of me, which is the green leaf piles, because obviously this is a tree house and you have to have like leaves? Well, you have to have leaves on a tree house, so I put tons of those, and I think they fill the space up really, really nicely. I probably put more than I should, but I love the green leaf piles, so I threw a bunch of those down. And then I wanted to add something to like this little corner space because it was like awkward. So to kind of match the rest of the corners and edges of the tree house, I put some more log stakes, and I did the same thing on both sides. And yeah, so the rest of this build is me just throwing down items and then decorating the front area where all the trees are. So just like watch me mess around with the items for the next few minutes, and then we'll be finished with the build. The last thing I had to do was just decorate this front area in front of the treehouse. Like I said, I wanted this area to be very overgrown, and I had this little spot here, kind of like at the center of the treehouse, and I ended up actually putting a swinging bench here because you can't actually access this from the right side. So I wanted, if anyone was here, to be able to sit down and, you know, relax in this spot. So the rest of this video, I'm literally just putting down some flowers and weeds, and then just putting down this little, the wooden plank path, just from the area like where Diana's house is over to this area here, just to kind of connect everything and tie it together, and then we'll be finished with this build. So I will see you guys in a moment or so with the final product. Alright guys, we are officially finished with this build and I'm so excited to show you the final product. So without further ado, let's check out the treehouse. Oh my god. So yeah, look how cute it is. Oh my god. I'm so happy with it. And it's like a mix of like overgrown, like natural, but still like inhabited. I don't know, I love it. And like this front area just looks so cute. Like I think it matches perfectly. Please ignore the mess to the left of it. On the beach, we pretend we do not see it. Oh my god, I love it. I love this so much. Ignore all the empty spaces. I promise this area will be decorated soon. I think we just missed Poppy watering the plant. Oh my god. Alright, so that's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't hesitate to like and let me know what you think in the comments. I'm so happy with the way this build turned out. I knew it was going to be like a really big build for me, and I wasn't quite sure how to go about it because their house exteriors are so different, but I think I managed to pull it off. So if you guys think so as well, let me know in the comments down below. And if you're new to my channel, don't hesitate to subscribe. I would love to have you as a part of the little community that we are growing here on YouTube. So that's everything for today. I hope you guys all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!